Stanley got a bone hand.
Why, young Stanley, that's ridiculous.
Stanley, calm down.
You calm down, sucker.
Did he just call me sucker?
Sweet taters. Sweet taters. Sweet taters. Sweet taters.
And now, it's time for the Sweet Potato Podcast featuring Matt and Theron.
And by the way, where am I? I gotta go.
How old are you, 16?
I gotta do another thing. My son Bo. He didn't even know. Where am I?
And I'll tell you, Jack,
President Harris.
Corn Pop was a bad dude and you ran a bad crowd.
I forgot that was real, Corn Pop. Isn't that real? He said that, right? About his black friend, Corn Pop?
He said that in the... Well, no, Corn Pop was a real bad dude. They weren't friends. and they dipped the razors in the buckets of water and they clanked him on the curb to get him sharp and rusty. And that was the exact same speech that he said he likes kids. I love kids jumping on my lap.
I love kids jumping
on my lap. And they rub the hair turns blonde and they rub their hands down the hairy legs.
That was during the time where he challenged. He goes, "Listen, fat, I would have beat you in a push-up contest."
Listen, fat, I beat you in a pie and did more push-ups than you.
I didn't even know it, man. By the way, hey, folks, listen, folks. He loves, like, folks. I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss that content.
I'm gonna miss him, too. I think it's time... Do you think it's like I'm feeling the hat episode, Matt.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like I should have a hat on right now.
Oh. Okay.
I just don't know. I don't know what to put on.
Well, the only hat I have near me is a Biden Harris hat. So.
Don't you have another one?
I don't know where that is.
That's a little more relevant?
I don't know where that is. Well, actually, I do know where it is. I just can't get it. What hat?
I'll put on the Cleaver hat.
Cleaver!
I like wear this hat sometimes, even though it has a piece of paper taped to it.
You wore it when we pumpkin carved.
Pumpkin carving. I did wear it for pumpkin carving.
Speaking of pumpkin carving, I mean, here, I'll pull it up. Oh.
Is this better?
That's pretty good. Maybe a little light?
I feel like it's...
Can we get a little light?
Hold on. Oh, hold up.
Let's get a little light.
Oh,
okay.
The itinerary lighting?
That's pretty good.
I'm a little white. It makes me look a little white, though.
Speaking of pumpkin carving and elections, can we talk about the election we just had?
Hey!
About
Jack!
Well, not that election. Our pumpkin carving election.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to apply my Mayflower chaps. Speaking of, somebody left their CarMax at my house.
Oh, did I? That makes sense, because I forgot where that other one went. That's good to know. I mean, to be fair, we were flustered. We were very flustered because we filmed...
Stay tuned, chat, for something very special.
We filmed something that will be coming up very soon. Okay, so...
Yes.
Out of all of the pumpkins, your pumpkin and the OG pumpkin got 5th. Got 5%.
Right,
sorry, not 5th.
sad.
They got 5%. You
didn't even put your pumpkin up, did you?
Because you can't do more than 4. I was like, that's...
Oh, so you took the fall?
I took the fall. So then Dumma Pumpkin got 43, and then Mudang got 48%.
That's rigged, in my opinion.
So I know who voted for who. It's all
I voted for myself.
You did vote for yourself. I already know. I looked.
Not even Julia voted for me.
She didn't. I'm pretty sure she voted for Mudang. Yeah. Although Jill voted for Dumma Pumpkin.
I can see that.
Yeah. But the pumpkin...
I was destined for failure.
It didn't come out very good.
It's not what I was trying. It's not what I was going for.
Pretty bad, actually, is what we...
And the eyebrows made it worse.
The eyebrows made it worse, and then there was like a weird, like, which one's the eye? When I stabbed the knives in it, it looked better.
I threw that one behind the fence today.
Yeah, mine rotted really fast. That's what you get for the...
I picked it up and pumpkin water spilled all over me.
It was
out of the back.
It was outside, or was it inside your house? Yeah.
It was outside. It was not inside my house. I did not let that thing enter my house.
Ours kind of sat there for a bit, but it's gone. We gave it out this weekend, I think, is what we took it out. When we took it out back and Old Yellered it.
Old Yeller. Yeah, you gotta Old Yeller those pumpkins sometimes. They don't sit. They don't last long.
Dumb pumpkin. Okay, so let's get into it, chat. Let's just jump into it.
Let's just jump into it, chat.
Can you believe it's already November? It's, what is it today? Like November 11th? Yeah, Veterans Day.
Pumpkin.
I can't believe it's
Yes,
November.
Veterans Day today. Shout out to the veterans in the crib.
Nope. So Veterans Day is the ones who are still alive. So
yes.
So we don't give a shit about the dead people.
That's Memorial Day.
It's like so stupid. We also had to go to school.
Veterans Day is to all the veterans who served.
We just
thank you for your service.
But specifically not the ones who are dead.
No, that's Memorial Day.
That's Memorial Day. So only the ones who are alive.
Oh, don't get me started on Labor Day. The laborers, like, they get a day. Come on.
Oh, speaking of laborers, so this came up in a conversation. This is a tangent. Okay, do you tip at places, like at restaurants you go up to the counter?
No.
At restaurants you go up to the counter? Yeah, no. I don't think you should.
Okay, sometimes, if they have, like, a tip jar.
Yeah, and you have a few left.
I used to throw, like, my change in there. I save my change now. I don't put it in the tip jar.
That's more for, like, an ice cream place.
Yeah, but at, like a Subway or a McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
No. I always hit no tip because they split it among the people, so they don't even really get much of anything.
You know what Starbucks drive-thru, when you pay with card, they put out the machine and they make you ask for a tip before you put your card in? At the drive-thru.
That's crazy work. I would not be tipping at the drive-thru.
I ordered on the app, so I did all the work.
Could not be me.
I ordered on the app. I pressed the buttons.
Right, they made it, though.
I should tip myself for all that hard labor.
I'm not allowed to take tips.
Yeah, because you're a chain.
They'll fire me. They'll fire me if I take tips.
They let me do it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'd been tipped before. I have to report it to the head cashier, and then give them the money, and then it goes in unclaimed change. It goes back into Big Y's pocket.
Yeah, of course it does. Tell people no. Just say no. F Big Y. I mean,
she was not a native English speaker. I was trying to explain it to her, and she was just like. She did not want those 3 ones. It was 3 ones. It was her change.
Oh, okay.
Here's your 3. No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
She was Portuguese. She was like, you think for yourself. You work so hard. You take for yourself.
Is she Italian? Hey, you think for yourself. Grazie.
Forget about it.
I'm walking here. They say that.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Well, we have a few things top of the show. One of them is our non-sponsored sponsor. So every Thanksgiving, local radio station Rock 102 does the Mayflower Marathon, which is it's the 3 days leading up to Thanksgiving, and they broadcast for 52 hours from 6 a.m. Monday morning to 10 a.m. Wednesday. Before Thanksgiving outside MGM Springfield, and they get donations, and they try to fill as many trailers with non-perishable food, and they all go to the open pantry. They also have a game with the Thunderbirds on the 22nd where the money goes to the open pantry. They also get like these sick-ass jerseys. Look at these. Look, hold on. Can I get the arm patch?
I would not recommend going to a Thunderbirds game this year, by the way.
Look at this.
That is sick.
Marathon patch. It says on the year on the back 2024. It has the radio show on it.
Did you get that from going to the game?
No. So that's on the 22nd. These you could buy at the station itself, and they're selling them for $20.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Might have to invest.
You might have to invest, and if you go to the game, the first 3,000 people get like Rock 102 Mayflower Marathon goalie oven mitts.
Oh, sick! No, actually, I've done Mayflower Marathon. They did it at Ludlow.
So did the Ludlow stuff go to them?
Yes. So Honor Society, we loaded up our cars So like I was one of the drivers, so I loaded my car up with cans, and then I drove to MGM, and then I unloaded my car into the trailer.
Did you see any of the hosts from the radio show, or was it just like random workers?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? So this
I don't think so, but I could have. It's possible.
This is the jersey, and then this is the like
okay.
goalie oven mitt you can get. Yeah, it's pretty
Word.
freaking cool. Pretty word.
That is cool. That is word up. Word up.
Word up. Oh, face up.
Word up.
Oh yeah, these are the jerseys. Pretty freaking cool. Now
Where's Muffin?
we don't talk about where Muffin is. I don't know where Muffin is. He's been on. I'm so glad I stopped caring about that person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something topical. A certain election happened last week.
Yes.
And
to everyone's surprise, RFK Jr. won.
RFK Jr. won. Can you believe that the man who murdered a whale is going to be in charge of?
RFK Jr. was not on my ballot.
I don't even know where I am.
I saw when I was looking into what the Massachusetts ballot would have. It said RFK Jr. will not be on the ballot.
Was he on? I don't even know.
No, he was not, because he withdrew from the race.
But he was on some of the ballots. He was on like.
But he was on some of the ballots,
Yeah.
so he withdrew from the race, but he was still on some ballots, and he won like a couple percentages in some states.
Yes. So did.
Despite withdrawing.
So did Jill Stein, who's never won anything close to even a bingo game.
Yeah, that's a rough one. I think she's got to take the L and move on.
Well, no. So this is her 4-year like hibernation. Then she comes back in 2028, goes back into hibernation, just repeats the cycle. Because you don't hear anything about
I think
her
so.
until
No. What is her platform? She environment, I guess?
she's just an asshole. I don't even know.
Does she not? Is she against? She's probably in favor of fracking, to be honest. I wouldn't put it past her.
Frack away. Well, speaking of presidential elections, I got together some of the best fictional presidents, and we're gonna do a little deep dive. Okay. Let's start with President Selina Meyer from Veep. Okay.
Yes, this is Elaine from Seinfeld.
Elaine from Seinfeld. Pretty fire president. She was POTUS, as in Veep. And then
as a vice POTUS.
Vice POTUS. Then she got like a pretty cool haircut and then become president because the president before her had a sex scandal.
Are we supposed to be seeing her right now?
They will be seeing her.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Pretty fire president.
I've never seen the show, so I don't know.
I think you should I think you should watch it. I think you're gonna really enjoy it. It's so funny.
I will consider that. What's it on?
It is on HBO Max.
Okay.
Now let's move on.
I don't have that, but
maybe we can share codes. I got you. Now we're moving on to my personal favorite, President Richard Martinez from Cory in the House.
Now I think it's interesting because I always thought Cory was
the president.
No,
President Richard Martinez. He doesn't have a political party. And in the timeline of Cory in the House, apparently his vice president is... So it's never listed, but President Richard Martinez does show up in Hannah Montana as the president.
Okay.
In season 1. And then in the last season of Hannah Montana, she gets a call from the president thinking it's President Richard Martinez. But little does she know that he got impeached and the new president was Barack Obama. But here's the thing.
Whoa.
If he gets impeached, that means that the V POTUS would take over, meaning that Barack Obama is President Richard Martinez's vice president.
What did he do to get impeached?
So we don't actually... So the impeach is just a theory online because he's not president at the time of the latest Hannah Montana. And he did have a scandal, though, because he bribed Hannah Montana with Air Force One usage. And he slept... There is an episode of Cory in the House where he sleeps with Cory's dad. They like sleep in the same bed.
That sounds like it could very easily be some obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
Misappropriation of presidential power and funds. Yeah.
So pretty fire president.
Now, is it more than 4 years between when Obama's president and when he is, or no?
Well,
is it not?
Cory in the House follows the West Wing schedule. So like where there's election in 2028, Cory in the House had election in the midterms of 2022. Or I'm sorry, of 2002. instead of 2004.
Okay.
You know, so the timelines might be a little messy, but from what we can understand, Barack Obama follows President Richard Martinez.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, who? So Obama follows him.
Correct, implying that he's his vice president, because in the
Is
show,
this
Richard Martinez...
Who would have predated him?
We don't know. We're thinking maybe it was...
Clinton?
No, we're thinking it was George W. Bush. Like, term 1.
Oh, okay.
You know, term 1.
Now,
yeah,
it could be interesting. What if...
Well, Cory also is the reason he might have been impeached, because every episode of Cory in the House is him, like, doing something bad. Like, there's an episode where President Martinez has a treaty of Alaska and Russia. You know how, like...
yeah.
So the Prime Minister of Russia comes, or the Russian ambassador visits the White House, but Cory accidentally puts the treaty in a jacket that Richard Martinez gifts to the guy of Russia. So he gave Alaska back to Russia. But the way Cory gets it back is he beats the Russian ambassador in a game of Dance Dance Revolution, and the United States gets Alaska back from Russia.
This show is like I don't even know.
It's wild. So, but he is.
I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize it took place in the White House.
Oh yeah, it's Cory in the house.
I thought he was just like in the house, like in a house. I didn't know it was the White House.
Yeah, he's in the house.
Okay.
So pretty fire president. Let's move on to let's move on to what's his name? I forgot. Kevin Spacey?
Oh, the actor or the character?
Oh, I don't care about the character. This is just President Kevin Spacey.
Because the character says it right there. But yeah, Kevin Spacey.
President Kevin Spacey. I know nothing. I just included it because I think it'd make me giggle.
Yeah. I know he's like very corrupt.
Yeah.
Politician. He's like a bad politician.
Yeah. That's enough.
Like kind of like a bad teacher, like a bad teacher,
like a bad Mormon.
Or a bad Mormon. Ooh,
yeah.
He's like a bad Mormon, but the president.
He's like a bad Mormon, but the president. Okay, let's move on to President Business from
now.
The Lego
This
movie.
is a president I can get behind.
I know. I mean, flawless campaign. I'd like
Flawless
to think that he's after Obama in the timeline in the Sweet Potato Podcast Fictional Presidents timeline.
Right.
We go Richard Martinez.
Obama,
Lord Business,
Lord
but then
Business.
He only serves like a 2-year first term, then Selina Meyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Lord Business, there's something different. Like there's something about like he looks like RFK.
He does. He gives Kennedy in general. Like he gives he looks like he's from that bloodline.
He's from Massachusetts? You think he's from Massachusetts? Let's move on to President Orlean from the movie Don't Look Up.
I don't know what this is.
Have you never seen Don't Look Up? It's on Netflix.
No, what is that?
It's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence where they think the meteor is coming to kill the United States. It came out in like 2020.
I don't know.
Okay, so she doesn't really like a good president. She just like sleeps with all of her staffers, and
I mean,
she sleeps with Tyler Perry. He plays a morning show anchor.
Right, that makes sense.
So
that seems very Tyler Perry.
She's really moving through the White House.
Is Fuzi in it?
Fuzi is not in this movie.
Okay, that's disappointing.
Pretty shitty president though. So
yeah, she seems it.
Okay, Richard Nixon's head from Futurama.
Now this is a good president.
Okay.
He basically makes America. He's the president of Earth.
Okay.
So he basically is like in charge of everything.
Okay.
And he also has Spiro Agnew's body as his vice president.
You know what Spiro Agnew and Teresa Giudice have in common? Tax fraud.
They were both. What?
Tax fraud.
Right. Were they both in prison, or was he ever in
sure
prison?
They were both in prison. Yes.
It's a rough look when your vice president has to resign.
Yeah, and then you pick Yeah.
and then you have to resign. Which, interestingly enough, is why Gerald Ford is the only president who was never elected at all in any capacity.
Back to being resigning. Do you think President Richard Martinez resigned because of the sex scandal with Cory's dad, and then Obama took over? It is a chance.
No,
you don't think so?
No, because I think he would have tried to defend it. Kind of like Clinton, he would have denied it.
Oh my god. Let's move on to President Hathaway from Monsters vs. Aliens.
This guy plays a mean keyboard.
He plays a mean keyboard. He looks like Stephen Colbert, though.
Yeah, that's a big ick for me.
Yeah.
He looks like animated Stephen Colbert. But it's not necessarily like an issue with Stephen Colbert. It's more so just that he looks like he looks like uncannily like him. But I don't think he was designed after him, right?
Well, that's what I'm checking right now, is because I wonder who voices this character. What is Monsters vs. Aliens about?
So essentially, there's this group of monsters, and then there's this alien that comes to the planet and is gonna like destroy Earth.
Oh
and
my
the monsters
god!
Have to fight the alien.
Oh my god! Stephen Colbert plays as president. That's why he looks like Stephen Colbert.
That
adds up.
Okay, that changes everything.
Okay, he's pretty iconic. He plays the mean keyboard, but that's all I kind of remember though.
Right. So like the context of that is there's a giant alien spaceship that is threatening to destroy the world, and he goes up to it and starts playing the keyboard.
Right.
So
very interesting.
And also, I'm interested to know because I'm assuming his policies are Stephen Colbert's policies. But is this Stephen Colbert from the Colbert Report, or is it real Stephen Colbert?
That is the question.
Because that vastly changes what his stances are as a president.
Let's move on to President Barbie from the Barbie movie.
I don't like this president.
I don't remember her doing anything necessarily presidential. She kind of in the movie just fell to the background. She didn't really have like a character.
She's heavily sexist.
What?
She's sexist.
Okay.
She refused to allow men to hold appellate court judge positions. And
yeah.
Okay. Do you want to know what my gripe with the Barbie movie is?
What?
I understand that, like, what the Kens do is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's wrong. Like, they overthrow the society and they force all the Barbies into being, like, subservient or whatever.
Yeah, they had to.
And they, like, kind of enslave them. It's a little strange.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think that the Barbies should also have the men be all subservient. I think, right, and you might say, well, you know, will true equality ever be reached? I think they should segregate the Barbies and the Kens into two separate societies based on gender, and they should have the Kens have their own society and the Barbies have their own society, because they don't need to reproduce. And clearly there's some, like, issues going on. They can't coexist.
Let's just move on.
It causes too much turmoil.
I'm not. I can't. Let's move on to President James Dale from Mars Attacks.
Yes, thank God. I was actually wondering if the Mars Attacks president was going to be here, because he is a classic president from this movie.
I have never seen Mars Attacks, but I really want to watch it.
It's very good. There's some really good actors that are in the first 10 minutes, and then they just get killed.
Well, that's my kind of movie.
It's like okay, spoilers for Mars Attacks, but Jack Black is in it.
Okay.
And he gets, like, set up as, like, a character, and then he immediately gets killed.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Like, a bunch of people actually die. Most of the cast dies.
That's fire.
And it's a funny movie. It's very very criticized, highly criticized movie.
I know.
I don't understand why, though. I think it's pretty funny.
Well, our final president is President Lisa from The Simpsons. President Lisa, who will be beating JD
This
Vance.
is like if Hillary Clinton won in 2016.
No. So this is President Lisa, who in the Simpsons timeline is the president who succeeds Donald J. Trump.
Right.
And beats a non-incumbent Republican who looks like JD Vance.
I mean,
Everyone said that this was Kamala Harris this year, but that wouldn't be right because in the show it said.
Well, okay, Kamala is not yellow.
Exactly, President Lisa is. Although she
and
could do
also,
some,
if we're gonna be real, I feel like everyone says that President Lisa is every female presidential candidate. They said she was Hillary also.
Yeah. Because in the
hair.
show it says, yeah. Because it mentions Trump as president in the show.
And then Hillary didn't run in 2020.
We'll see. Maybe President Lisa will beat JD Vance.
But also, it's not like, okay, if you think about it in the context of the show, because the episode that mentions Trump is like, it's an older episode where like this is from, it's like from the 90s. But in the context of the show, like that was when he like first ran for president.
Yeah.
So it's not like crazy.
I do think that
I feel like people really stretch with these.
I don't know. The escalator one was pretty crazy.
Like, The Simpsons predicted talk to a girl.
I know, but
Have you seen that one?
I feel like The Simpsons, the episode where Donald Trump's coming down the escalator saying he's gonna run for president, is that not what happened in real life? You know what I mean? Like, there's some stuff that's
maybe
a little
he based
too...
it off of The Simpsons. Maybe
now
he got the idea from The Simpsons.
So I always think about that too, and I'm like, okay, well maybe people are just doing shit.
It's like, imagine Trump's there watching The Simpsons, you know, in his mansion in Mar-a-Lago, and he's like, I went down the escalator. I look so good down the escalator. I'm gonna do that in real life to announce my campaign. Like,
that's what I think about too. Who knows?
Because some things like are like unpredict, like, you know, but
President Lisa 28. That's what the Simpsons want us to think.
If Lisa Simpson, like a real person named Lisa Simpson, runs for
president, then you'll believe it.
I can't. then maybe I'll believe it.
Got you, chat. Well, let's just move on to headline.
Wait, hold on. There's one president.
Yeah.
Well, there was a president that I thought of.
Okay. Yeah.
I forgot.
Okay. Dead air, Dan.
Okay, it's fine. I'll let you know if I remember.
If you remember it, yeah. Let's move on to headline time. Yeah. Are you a fan of Ryan Reynolds?
Headlines. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I kind of find him annoying as hell.
Hold on. How much of a fan? How much of a fan are we talking?
Well, I like Deadpool, but other than that, I find
like
him
I think there's
annoying.
movies that he's in that are funny, but like I don't see when commercials come on, it really annoys me.
He's being pushed. Well,
he's being pushed.
You know who doesn't think he's very funny?
Who?
Martha Stewart doesn't think he's very funny because Martha Stewart said, Queen Martha, she said that he's not so funny in real life. Excuse me. And she said that his humor might not shine in everyday interactions. But, excuse me, she acknowledges that he's a talent. But,
okay.
I think Martha's correct. I think that Ryan Reynolds is a problem.
Well, okay, let's look at this. Let's think about this logistically, right? Ryan Reynolds is not a comedian. He's an actor.
Sure.
So he's good at pretending to be funny. But that doesn't mean he's necessarily good at being funny.
That's a very good way to say it.
It's a very important distinction, and people forget this, that sometimes just because you're an actor who plays funny people doesn't mean you're a comedian.
That is very true. Speaking of Martha, did you see that she came out with her own Elf on the Shelf?
Oh, wow.
So
look
it's
at that.
called A Martha on the Mantle, and I already have its counterpart, Snoop on the Stoop. So I'm thinking.
Well, let me tell you, if I got a Martha on a mantle, I would know exactly where she would be sitting.
Where would that be? Where would that be?
What do we have for headlines? Do we have any more headlines?
Okay. We have another headline.
All right.
Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, Teddi Mellencamp files for divorce from her husband, Edwin, of 13 years of marriage. Can you believe this? I can.
Oh my god.
I can fully believe. Teddy bear. Oh, teddy bear. Remember that? That was weird.
Now, does this mean that Teddi Mellencamp is up for grabs? What's up?
Well, allegedly she's been cheating on Edwin with her horse trainer. Allegedly in Minecraft.
Always the horse trainer.
Always the horse trainer.
Always the horse trainer.
It's pretty weird because Teddi was seen wearing her wedding ring after filing, and also announced the split the day after her live show in LA, and she seemed fine on the live show.
Yo, is she up for grabs now?
Well, the horse trainer, sir. Also,
horse trainer.
Also, you're married.
Ah, you're right.
Ah, the wife.
Your wife, your ball and chain.
Oh my god. Well, let's move on to our last headline, which is actually freaking crazy. Mattel's Wicked movie dolls mistakenly list adult website on packaging.
Whoa.
So Mattel mistakenly printed the URL wicked.com instead of the official wickedmovie.com on packaging for their Wicked dolls, leading consumers to promote a pornographic website. The dolls inspired...
There's a porn site called wicked.com.
Apparently. The dolls were inspired by the upcoming Wicked film that comes out on the 22nd, starring Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. These are primarily marketed towards children. Mattel has issued a statement apologizing for the error, advising parents to discard the packaging or cover the link up and to contact customer service for further information.
Hold on. I'm a little...
No, this is a real... There's pictures on Twitter. It's real.
Okay.
This is from Variety. It's from CNN. All of these photos of the mistake circulated online, sparking criticism with some calling for accountability. The dolls are still available online at Target and Amazon.
And you know what? I just want to say that there was some bullshit afoot. Because Ariana Grande was not nominated for any Grammy.
Really? But she didn't. What did she come out with this year, sir?
She dropped a new album.
Oh, really? Oh, she did.
I think so.
Yeah, there was that song. You know, the one. It was like
not Thank You Next.
It was not Thank You Next, but it was like something like similar to that. I listened to it. It's good.
Yes.
We actually, yeah.
And she was not nominated. And that's bullshit because her, like, listen, anorexia aside, she is God, on fire right now in terms of her career.
That's not. Oh, it's called The Eternal Sunshine.
Yes. She dropped. I mean, and it's really.
It's called Yes and. That's the song.
Right. And I think obviously she wasn't able to
oh my God.
Put a ton into promoting the album because of her work on the movie. But also, she doesn't need to promote it because she's Ariana Grande and she's like one of the biggest music artists right now.
Well, she's heavily promoting that freaking movie. If you see her anywhere, she's talking like
she's focusing on the movie more so.
But she has that Elvis syndrome where she's talking like Linda and she's like acting like her in real life. And I always say this, but there's something racist about Wizard of Oz. Like that's coming from someone who really likes.
I think it's little people phobic.
Well, there are
What's the word for that? Is there a term for that?
I don't know.
Phobia? Can I say that?
You can't. Well, I
can't say that.
I don't think.
Can I say that?
No.
If I add a phobia on the end.
Well,
just to be safe, we'll cut it. Little people phobic. We'll call it little people
phobic. Speaking of little people, we talked about this last time we hung out in real life. The cutoff for being a little person was like 4'10" or something, and we have a friend. We have a friend who's smaller than 4'10" that I know in real life.
Wow, that's a little person.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a little person.
That's why. That is wild.
Yep. That's just.
But Grammy nominations. I'm pretty sure. Chappelle Roan got a bunch. Beyonce got a bunch.
She did, which is good. And you know who else didn't, which is bullshit, is Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa, for Radical Optimism, did not get any Grammy nomination. And you know what? Dude, I hear Training Season and Houdini playing almost every single day I'm in the Western New England dining hall. So I don't want to hear that her new songs don't hit.
They're also playing a hell lot of Lizzo. And, oh wait, Charlie XCX got some noms. Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, Billie.
That's bullshit. Taylor Swift did not deserve that for her mid-ass album she put up.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar got... Oh, of course he did. How could he not? Post Malone.
He had, like, the biggest song of the year.
Have you seen that video of Kamala singing? It's, we're not going... It's, they're not like us, but it's, we're not going back. Or have you seen the Trump video of him singing the Macarena?
I haven't seen either of those.
Kamala's never gonna beat me in November. Donna's gonna make the country better than you can remember. It's like that.
Wait, that kind of slaps. Andre 3000 got a nom, which is pretty cool.
Good.
But,
Cowboy Carter.
And of course, Beyonce gets nominated, despite all the Diddy stuff happening. They're just gonna throw her up there.
Speaking of Diddy, I saw a TMZ article today, which I'll take with a grain of salt. But the original person to play Glinda in Wicked was on like the Today Show today to promote the movie, obviously, and she was seen outside the Today Show, and some TMZ goes, "Hey, how do you feel about Diddy?" And she's like, "I'm really praying for him." Bitch, shut
the
the
one
fuck
who plays
up.
the main character.
The original Glinda.
So. Because now she, I think I don't know if we talked about this on the pod, but she was very upset.
Oh, Cynthia Erivo.
Yes, because all the comments.
Let me pull up this Cynthia.
Did we talk about this on the last episode?
No, we talked about this in real life.
Okay.
We might have talked to. Did we talk about this on something we just filmed recently?
No.
But who was I having a conversation? Was it you though that I was telling you about this?
Yes. We were in a call talking about it. I just don't remember if it was during filming. But the Grissy comments, right?
Is her pussy green?
Yes. It's very upsetting.
Cynthia Erivo got mad because someone commented under her post, "Is your pussy green?" Okay, so I'll pull it up on the screen. Okay, this is the Wicked poster that they try to recreate. Okay? Right here?
Yeah.
This is the original Broadway poster. Okay? She got pressed that someone edited it on... Right here on TikTok. She got pressed that someone edited it to be more accurate. So you see how they like blackened out her eyes, made her more shadow. Well, she got pressed. She goes like, yeah. Oh, and they made her lips red, and she got mad. And she was like, I don't. What'd she say? This is the wildest, most offensive thing I've ever seen. Equal to that awful AI of us fighting. Because there's this AI of this poster, but it's them punching each other in the face. Like it's just funny. And she's getting pressed, and she said something like, hiding my eyes and face to erase me. This is hurtful. Like, okay. Now, this right here is a meme from the 2000s where someone wrote on the poster, "Is your pussy green?" That is what the character Glinda's asking.
We're wondering, right? Because what color would it be?
Oh, this is
not green.
This is the AI. This is the AI video of them fighting. Hold on, let me put it on let me put it on the screen. That's and then
getting pressed over that is crazy.
When someone asks if your pussy's green.
That's crazy to get pressed over.
But yeah, she like really got mad, but you know what? Let her be mad, I guess. It made me giggle. That's
something that someone with a green pussy would get mad over.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, with that, let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
Oh my God. It's like she's walking on a carpet of mice.
Welcome back, chat.
Welcome back, chat, to Couch Potato segment.
I would like to interject before we move on to the main event of Couch Potato.
Mm-hmm.
Have you... How often are you on YouTube Shorts?
Oh, never.
Never, but occasionally?
No.
Do you ever get the House MD YouTube Shorts?
No, I've never gone on YouTube Shorts in my life.
Okay. So...
I try to avoid them.
Sometimes scroll for like half an hour just watching clips from House. You know the show House?
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of House, the guy from House is Selina Meyer's VP pick in the show Veep. The more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
And let me tell you, I am infatuated with these. I watch them so much. They're just clips, and they're so funny. And it got to the point where I was talking to my dad, and I was like, listen, I think we should watch House.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me, and he was like, I already tried. And apparently my dad has also been watching House clips on YouTube Shorts.
Oh my god.
And he liked them so much that he tried watching the show. But the show, I guess, is a lot more depressing.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a lot less of the House funny moments and a lot more of like actually hard stuff happening.
Yeah.
But those clips, they have me in like a chokehold. I just sit there and scroll for hours watching House.
That's how I feel about Jokers. Love watching Jokers. And Practical Jokers.
Oh yes, for a while when I still use TikTok, I would always watch Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're good, and that's a perfect one to consume. There's some shows that are good to watch in like short form.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
and Impractical Jokers as well.
You know what show is not one to watch in short form content? House of Villains season 2, episode 4 to 6. So last time we were here, we watched the 3rd episode. And I think we should just jump into this recap. So far...
Recap.
I don't know if you
So what happened? What happened, Matt? Tell me what happened.
Well,
episode 4.
What's
going on?
I don't know if you feel the same, but I'm enjoying this season. This is good television.
I'm enjoying it too. I don't normally like this kind of reality show, but I look forward to it. I look forward to House of Villain Thursdays almost as much as I look forward to Talk to a Tuesdays.
Talk to a Tuesdays. Pookie reveal. Probably by now.
Pookie reveal tomorrow. Yeah, by the time this airs, there's going to already have been the Pookie reveal.
Hopefully. She stands on
Do you think it's sketch?
word.
Real talk, do you think it's sketch?
Oh, it might be. Oh, you mean... Oh, sorry. I thought you meant if she was going to do a sketch.
No, do you think it's sketch? What's up, brother? Do you think it's
know.
sketch? Is sketch Pookie?
Probably not.
Do you think it's Neon?
Well, Pookie's the guy who she was talking about in the video she got famous for.
Yes. Do you think it's Neon?
I don't know, brother.
Do you think it's Foozy Tube?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Foozy Tube. No, I kind of hope.
Do you think Foozy gets the Hawk Tua?
Okay.
Muffin.
Muffin's dead.
I know.
Allegedly.
Kitty.
Remember Kitty? She was so nice and got abused
Kitty.
by that
Hawk
man.
Tua.
Kitty,
She like verbally abused her
on multiple occasions. Remember the Canada trip
Badly.
we went on?
Oh my god.
Well, let's just
Remember how wait,
Yeah.
is he the one that he would no? Or was that who would pay their people in appetizers?
Yeah.
That was
and Jimmy Lee did that.
Jimmy.
Too.
Jimmy
No,
Lee
it
did
was-
that.
it was
but
mostly Jimmy.
Foozy did what did Foozy do? There was that whole thing where like they went out to lunch
Did you remember
and
the
he kept yelling at his cameraman.
Yeah, we watched that live when he was doing it with the chicken
I
wings.
know.
You came
Yeah.
over my house and instead of like, I don't know, talking, we decided to watch Foozy
We
Tube
watched
live.
Foozy. It was in Toronto.
Him-
Foozy in Toronto.
Foozy in Toronto. We watched that all.
That was like the end. That was like the beginning of the end for him.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it was the plane ride back from Toronto when he sexually assaulted that woman.
Yes.
Okay. Fire.
Well,
Summer.
sexually assaulted is a strong word.
Yeah, right.
I prefer to use the term riz.
Okay, he coerced her into the bathroom while knowing she was drunk.
He rizzed her into the He rizzed that drink into her hand.
Muffin!
And then he rizzed her into the bathroom.
Muffin!
Muffin!
Okay.
Guys, where's Muffin?
Okay. House of Villains, episode 4.
House of Villains.
So,
episode
little
4.
recap. So, we all know that that Larsa.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah?
Should we put on the little House of Villains?
Oh, we should put on the little House of Villains background?
Little House of Villains background?
Forget about it. Hey,
Ooh, forget about it.
Hey, the pasta fajoule, hey.
He never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Fire. Let's move on.
Okay, so episode 4 recap.
Okay, so we remember Larsa joined the competition, and
Larsa.
we are last time we saw, Camilla was Supervillain of the Week. She nominated Jesse, Safari, and Richard because she originally nominated Wes, but Wes was taken off the block by Victoria with the knock blocker.
Her little cock with her little cock.
God.
I have a little cock. Oh my god, I can't stand this bitch.
Thank you, Joel McHale, though, for... Joel McHale is like how we feel watching this show, and he's just saying it out loud to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shouts out Joel McHale.
Sure.
So how do we feel? Well, we already talked about this. So how do we feel about her strategy backfiring and Camilla trying to like backtrack to Wes, still trying to be in his good graces, saving her ass? How do we feel about that?
I mean, Camilla, I feel like when the second she put, and I know, like, oh well, cock block. She would have cock blocker, but wasn't original plan for Rich was to put this bitch up, right?
No.
Camilla wanted to put what?
No. Rich wanted to put New York up because they had an argument in the
breakfast. New York. Right. It was New York.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like I don't know. I feel like by putting Rich up, she kind of cooked herself.
She did.
And then when Wes went up, and then Wes got pulled back, and no one could have predicted the cock blocker.
Yeah.
But the second Wes came out, he had like her like on his target. Like he was pissed.
Yeah.
She kind of severed all her ties other than Candy by doing that.
She did. And well, we will see.
It was a big blow.
We will see where her fate is as we keep watching. Victoria got into an argument with the house over her finances. She started saying like,
because she gets parking tickets.
She gets parking.
She was getting parking tickets, and they were clowning on her for it. And she said, "I'm poor. I'm poor."
Camilla and Candy.
I'm poor with. She has she's literally not poor.
She goes, "I stopped doing OnlyFans."
Like I know she's. I know she says she's like poor, but she's not poor.
No,
she's wealthy enough that she can afford like a $1,000 pair of glasses.
But this does bring up a good conversation of like, if all these people like need the money, right? Like Candy, you know, Candy's not like a rich, very like. Well, she's like they have money, but like they're not like drowning in it. You know what I mean? Like they could use the money.
Yeah,
Does
off, but not rich.
Does Larsa need the money? Like she doesn't. Well, she might, but does she? Or Teresa, maybe.
She needs to get some more. Teresa low-key does need the money.
Because her husband is draining it all. Louie.
Draining.
My love bubble.
The pizza ovens.
The pizza ovens. Pizzagate Part 2. If you know, you know. So the
you know.
The redemption challenge was a electrified maze while blindfolded. And it was hosted by Bobby Lights of season 1.
Bobby Lights, probably the worst player.
The worst, but the best player in our eyes, in our hearts.
Best in our eyes, in our hearts, and in love and hip hop.
It's not us, it's you. It's not us, it's you. Friend of Ray J.
Right, and Black China,
and
what's that guy's name?
We always talk about this guy from Love and Hip Hop Miami. What's his? Is it? It's not Puff Daddy.
No, that's P Diddy. Puff Daddy is P Diddy.
What's his name?
It's Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy. There you go.
And Gunplay.
Okay.
And
Love and Hip Hop.
All the other great people
from the Love and Hip Hop franchise.
Yep.
Jesse ends up winning the redemption challenge. Are we happy about it?
Yes, I'm starting. Jesse was one who I was not hot on at the start, but I'm starting to like him. He's growing on me.
No, he's really good.
I thought, because he didn't really get a lot of screen time in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to be kind of shallow, but he's actually a really entertaining character, and I feel invested in him.
Well,
and I want him to do well.
He's trying to take down Wes. He's trying to weaken his control and align with the women in the house, including Candy.
Yes. And I think that makes sense because at the end of the day, in the guys alliance with him and Wes and Diddy, who I know I said like I liked him, but that was because I feel like he was one of the only in the first 2 episodes. He was like one of the only characters that really got development.
Yeah.
And now he's just kind of there.
Yeah.
But I feel like Jesse's strategy is smart because he knows that in Wes's eyes, he is just like a pawn.
Mm-hmm.
And so trying to break away from that is definitely the right move for him.
It definitely is, and it is working for him really well in the house because he is favored by the majority and is also he sometimes is tie-breaking votes. He is the votes that people.
Matt, you gotta charge your phone.
Oh, I'm aware. I know. You just got notifications.
That's 10%.
I know. You just got Life 360. How are you enjoying Life 360?
You know, I don't ever really use it, but I do love to see when you and Jill have your phones at 10%.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Happens a lot.
It is.
Happens a lot. So we get to the voting, and unfortunately, the villains unanimously voted out the first winner of Survivor, Richard.
First winner of Survivor. You know, he could have done. I feel like he could have been better.
He definitely gave up
if he lasted longer. Like he got that. He just like he should have resolved the stuff with New York. Yeah. It was so stupid. And if he had resolved it, then Safari would have gone home.
Well, this boosts Camilla's confidence, but boosts my ego, hoping that Richard will be on the Traitors season 4. Please, NBC Peacock, put that man on the Traitors.
I feel like he's such a dick.
Yeah, but we didn't get to see it as much as it could be. I feel like his potential
he has really good potential for being on a villain show
and being first winner of Survivor. My God, this show is really good. Okay, episode 5. Moving on. This is called Housewife versus Housewife, where the 2 Real Housewives, Larsa and Teresa, went head to head in a challenge in the house drama, while Larsa solidified her standing as a housewife favorite.
Yes.
There was an election-themed challenge where they had to pass a box, a voting box to everybody in a battle royale challenge. Now, if you were in this challenge, would you be strategic with who you gave it to, or would you listen to New York, like Jesse did?
Okay. Honestly.
Or here's a better question.
I would listen to New York.
If you got the box first, who would you give it to eliminate?
If I got the box, because the person who got the box first was eliminated, right?
They were eliminated, but they don't know what was next. But most likely it was probably elimination. So,
I would probably give it to someone who I felt like. I don't know. If I would try to find someone who had a good reason for them to for me to be eliminating them without them being being something they'd get mad over.
I would go Wes or Camilla. I think that Camilla has too much power as her ego is freaking boosted to the max.
I mean Camilla's a good idea because you could just be listen, you were the supervillain last week, so here you go. Something like that, right?
Yeah. But Wes
I think if I was in Jesse's position,
yeah,
and New York told me to give her the box, I would give her the box because at that point you don't know what is in it. She got immunity.
Yeah.
But it could have been an elimination, it could have been anything. Mm-hmm. And so if you just give it to her, then there's no argument as to I got eliminated because of you, you told me to give you the box.
Yeah. Well, you'd also want to stay on New York's good side.
Exactly.
As you will see later in the show, when you're on New York's bad side, it doesn't go well for you. Unfortunately.
You go home.
Yeah. So
that's what happened to Rich.
That's what happened to Rich.
Richard.
The first winner of Survivor.
Winner of Survivor.
Larsa and Teresa battle as the final 2 in a political debate, trying to get as many votes as they can. Teresa's strategy was to say that they knew her first, and Larsa came in episode 2. Did not work for her because with a 6-1 vote, Larsa wins Supervillain of the Week. And
I don't think Teresa was trying very hard.
She was.
She didn't seem to care that much. She seems a little bit nonchalant about this whole game. She doesn't seem like she cares all that much.
Well, she definitely cares, because then New York opens her mouth and starts to say that she feels like she's a psychic because she had a dream the night before that Larsa was going to win Supervillain, and that she wants to have her own bedroom.
And then she tells Teresa that she wants her out of the house.
Because she wants her own room.
Because she wants her own bedroom.
And that causes, after refusing to be loyal to her in the one-on-one, saying she'd get her vote, which pissed off Teresa. Whose side are we on this?
Dude, New York is like, come on. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know.
What I don't even understand what game she's playing. Like, she's gotten really lucky with her immunities so far.
Yes.
And I think she might be cooked soon.
We'll see. I don't know.
Because she's just going for people. She's just coming for people.
She really is.
With no backing.
But that's
she
New York,
openly, in front of the whole house, says, Teresa, I want you gone because I want to have my own room. And I'm going to do my best to get you eliminated.
Well, they get into an argument, and it doesn't really go anywhere. But as Larsa is in a position where she wants to stay loyal to her housewife clique, and as well as Wes, they bring Wes out, and they're kind of in an alliance called the Real Housewives of the Valley, where they go on a goat yoga outing and kind of suggest nominating Candy and Camilla. If you were Larsa, who would you nominate?
Okay, so
would you listen
honestly,
to Wes, or would you kind of do what's good for you?
I would put Camilla up.
Yeah.
I think that putting I think it would be smart to put up Camilla, to put up Candy, and to put up honestly, because you have to think it's kind of tough because it's hard to say who else she could put up, because she's allied with Safari, with Wes, who's allied with Safari and them. And Victoria also, but honestly, probably just fucking put Safari up again.
Yeah, he's kind of
and honestly, just as a pawn. And the only reason because I don't think they necessarily would want Candy to go home, but Candy is Camilla's closest ally.
Yeah. And
if you put Candy up, I mean, best case scenario is that Candy wins the comp, or one of the scenarios is that Candy wins the comp and just is out. But other than that, if it ends up being Candy and Camilla, then you don't have to worry about Candy trying to defend Camilla, because Candy will be advocating for himself,
right?
And then it's kind of like a guaranteed way to get Camilla out, which is what Wes wants, because he's mad at Camilla.
That's very strategic. I've just noticed that there is a trend with Wes trying to be always in power, and I'm not really liking it. But he
also really likes his bear onesie.
He loves that bear onesie. I have questions about it.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
So Larsa decides to shock the house.
Right, because she nominates
Camilla. Not really a big shock. Victoria, which causes this back and forth argument about who in Miami. She was invited to the Miami dog party, and then
so stupid. Larsa didn't, and yes, I would 100%. I want Victoria gone, and I would love. I honestly I don't think it's necessarily strategic for her game right now, but it might be, because
she's annoying.
Victoria is way too bipolar to even she shouldn't be in the house. She goes from being number one enemy with Wasn't she like really?
She was
angry
arguing with
Camilla,
Candy,
and then they
Camilla,
Larsa. She became friends with Camilla.
Yes,
on like the end of the episode
because
it's like really weird.
We missed a big portion, or maybe this comes in later. But there was an argument where Wes starts this unbased rumor that Camilla wants to get somebody out. Camilla
Housewives.
wants to get the housewives out. Wants to get Larsa out, and then Candy starts getting into an argument with Victoria or something. Like it just became like this big fight, and it was so confusing.
So the housewives thing, because basically Wes was talking to Victoria and was like, "Hey, do you think that Teresa and Larsa are a threat?"
Yeah,
and she said, "I don't know. I think they could maybe be good together, like powerful." And then he went and told them that, and said that she said that there was a housewives alliance and that they should try to get them out.
Yeah, and it all goes back to the Traitors season 2. Where the housewives were all called out for working together, and Larsa wants to stop that, bring it up that she was on the Traitors again, because that's kind of like she just keeps bringing it up, and it's like we kind of get it.
Yeah.
Larsa nominates Teresa Giudice, which shocks the house and shocks Teresa, breaking that housewife alliance. It kind of does come out of nowhere with what we're given. Later in the next episode, we find out more, but I don't know if this was the right move. I think she should have put up Safari or Jesse. Have a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Have a scapegoat because you're targeting
even
Camilla.
I mean, okay, there's definitely danger to putting up Candy because Candy is not on bad terms with anyone right now.
Right.
And is a powerful competitor and gets very heated. But, like, in terms of strategically trying to take out Camilla, it would make sense.
Candy is the silent killer in this game. They're not being a floater, necessarily, but they're playing a very good game.
For sure.
Well, this brings us right in to episode 6, which we start off with a redemption challenge, which we see Tori Spelling from Beverly Hills 90210, and she was just on Dancing with the Stars, friend of the pod. She hosts a high school theme challenge, and it was that they had to erase all of the 85 names throughout the high school. Some were on chalkboards, whiteboards.
This was hard to watch.
They had to scrape them off
A
lockers.
little bit. It was very entertaining. It was a great challenge.
It was a good challenge.
Well, especially watching Teresa was very difficult.
Because she couldn't see.
Dude.
She couldn't see. She goes, Larsa.
The whole end of it
was like, oh my god.
It gets super, super competitive.
Because as a viewer, you
Camilla
want,
and Victoria.
As a viewer, you want Teresa to win, but she's so bad.
And Teresa is just doing, like, I don't even know. She's like, she doesn't care. Like, I feel like she doesn't really care.
She's just thinking about Louis or something.
She's not, like, she wasn't even trying. Like, the rest of them were running and stuff, and she was just, like, standing there.
A part of me thinks that, like, she doesn't want to be on the show. And Bravo made her.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't really know. I feel like she's, like, wants to win, because she definitely needs the money. But she's just, like, not a competitor. She's not, like, a competitive person, which is not even true, because she did, like, bodybuilding, right?
Yeah, she did competitive bodybuilding.
So,
yeah, it's very off-putting, very weird. Well, Camilla,
your lips look like a monkey's asshole.
Your lips look like a monkey's asshole, Jennifer. A monkey's asshole. That you suck. That's not even a good comeback. Jennifer Aiden is
the stupidest comeback.
I'm gonna go on a rant for a minute. Jennifer Aiden is the worst housewife. Is the most unlikable housewife.
Nope.
Yeah, correct.
I raise a counter argument.
No. Most unlikable. Name a more unlikable person. Catherine Edwards, that one season who came in halfway through the show, might have been a bad housewife.
Jackie Goldschneider.
No. See, here's the thing. Jackie at least causes, like, good drama with the whole, like, calling Louis' ex, lying about it, getting caught. I don't like Jackie at all.
But that
Jennifer
wasn't
Aiden,
until she was, like, a friend. She was a guest, dude.
I don't even care.
She was barely a friend of.
I don't even care. Jennifer Aiden is hard.
What did Jackie do up until then?
She did all the Merriam-Webster stuff. She was accused of being a fan.
Mrs. Merriam-Webster. Define stalker.
She brought up
Define stalker.
She brought up Teresa going to jail. Teresa started the cheating rumors about Evan going to Planet Fitness.
Webster. I forgot about that.
Jennifer Aiden is hard to watch on my television.
Evan Goldschneider getting head in the Planet Fitness locker room. I forgot about that.
In the retro fitness locker room, mind you. And Joe Benigno telling all the guys at Guys Night that that's what happened, and then it coming back to the ladies, and Margaret Joseph's yelling, and Melissa Gorga, friend of the pod,
okay, can't guys just have guy talk? Can't guys just have guy talk?
God, that's the only show where I'll watch the husbands and like enjoy their conversation.
She make me sleep in the pool house.
She make me Bill Aiden.
Hey, baby.
Here's the thing: Bill Aiden can stay, but his wife can go. Anyways,
hey baby, you want to sleep in the pool house? I would cheat on you with the dentist or whatever. What did you cheat on?
And Polly, I like Polly from Ireland. Dolores, we have to go to the party.
Oh, Dolores, I'm gonna be. Who was he fighting with?
Was he?
He was like tight with Louis Loki.
He was fighting with the Fuda.
Joe
DiNaggio. What's his name?
Oh, John Fuda.
John Diatria.
John Diatria.
Our favorite gangbanging
gangbanging thug. He's a gangbanging thug. Let me tell you.
It was in a newspaper where he apparently committed allegedly a house. What is it called? A house invasion and
burglary.
House invasion. He tied them up and then
just invade. Oh right. John Diatria, classic
John Diatria.
Your husband's a drug dealer. He was a drug dealer.
That season was on at the gym the other day, and I was watching it, and I was thinking, like, okay, as much as I don't like John Fuda, I like Teresa and Louis less.
Yeah.
And John Fuda's trying...
I like how Rachel Fuda's whole argument was, that's something he did when he was just a kid. You can't say that. He was just a kid when he was a gangbanging thug. He was only 12.
She said you went to jail in your adult years.
Hey, that's actually a good point.
It was. Yeah.
That's a fair point. Now, they were for different things. One was for, being a gangbanging thug, and the other one was for tax evasion. But
oh my god. Well, let's get
to each their own.
Let's get back to House of Villains. Teresa struggles, Victoria wins. I was not happy about it. You weren't happy about it.
No, I wanted Camilla to win because honestly, Camilla, okay.
I wanted Camilla to come back and tell them all.
I like Camilla, but also I don't know. I like her, but
she's the only one standing up to Wes.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Look, if she was saved, she could tell Wes. She could, as New York would say, she would show Wes what the pecking order is. And yeah. So we move on, and they argue about who deserves it. Camilla argues that she needs the $200K more than Teresa because Teresa has kids and Camilla has kids, and Teresa needs to pay Joe Giudice's attorney's fees or something.
Something like
and
that.
And then Larsa defends.
Because Teresa's saying I whole point is I should say because I have kids, and Camilla was like, well, I also have kids.
Yeah. And
Teresa's like, but I have
Joe.
I have to get over it.
Yeah. They get into a big argument. Oh, New York sees her banishment in her head and decides to confront Teresa because she heard a rumor from Victoria that Teresa was gunning for New York. And she walks in the room and goes, "Teresa, you lying bitch." And they get into an argument accusing her of being guilty to Louis' love notes. Because Louis came with a bunch of flowers and Teresa New York goes, "Welcome to New York, New Jersey," and then starts thrusting the banister and going, "It's Louis! It's Louis!" And then she said every rose is every more time that Louis is guilty because he's allegedly cheating on Teresa while she's in the House of Villains.
Right. And, okay. I would just like to talk about how absurd this whole thing is. Because yesterday, the day before, New York sat, or maybe 2 days before, New York sat there in front of everyone and said, "Teresa, I am going to try and get you out of the house because I want the room to myself."
She did.
And then when New York hears Victoria say, oh, I think Teresa's going to try and get you out of the house. She crashes out. How is that reasonable?
But it's New York. You know
If you're in New York, you cannot say, you're my target. I'm gunning for you. And then when you find out that they want you out of the house, like, obviously she wants you out of the house. You just told everyone that you're going to try and get her out of the house for no reason other than to have your own room. That's absurd.
So this is how it goes down.
So you bitch? Seriously? You coming for me? You
So,
coming for New York?
it gets you a little bit of argument.
You talking about you coming for me? You want me gone?
I have never seen Teresa she's never been put in her place like this ever.
Yeah, she gets put down. It's rough. She gets violated in this.
So New York has to be pulled out of the room.
Guilty, bitch. He's been around, and each one of those roses represent how many times he cheated on your ass since you've been in here. I know I am.
And she has to get pulled. She has to get pulled out of the room.
Welcome to New York, New Jersey.
I mean, that line is
Oh,
pretty good.
Louie. Oh, Louie.
It was insane. But it was
But why even get upset over that?
I don't even know. It's New York. It was amazing.
If you say openly that you are gunning for someone and you're gonna try and get them out of the house, is it not a fair response for them to want to get you out of the house?
Yeah.
What is Teresa supposed to do? Sit there and get eliminated and not try to fight back?
Teresa, I don't even care. New York destroyed Teresa though. That is undeniable.
I mean, it's as much as how unprompted and just absurd it is that she even got upset in the first place. Yes, she completely bodied her.
She did. Well, oh my god. I'm yawning. There's a lot of yawning.
I know. Well, it's
very late.
It's a late night here. Late night here for the Sweet Potato Podcast.
As we see later in the show, from a vote of 4-2, Camilla is eliminated.
Camilla goes
the
home
roof and then blames Wes for her exit and calls him a little bitch and calls out Safari for lying. Now,
all those things are true.
I'm very sad to see Camilla go, but
I'm sad to see her go. But like, who else? Like, it's time. Like,
couldn't have been
she's gotta
Teresa.
go.
Could not have been Teresa.
I like her. I like Camilla. I think she served her purpose.
So, out of the remaining villains, who are we rooting for the win?
Who do I want to win?
Who do we think is gonna win?
Who do I think is gonna win? I honestly, I have high hopes for Jesse and for Candy.
For Candace and Jesse?
Those are my two favorites.
Yeah,
Jesse and Candy are my favorites.
I don't see Teresa making it very far, unfortunately.
Teresa is not gonna make it that far, I don't think.
I mean, my favorite's New York, personality-wise, but I also agree that Jesse and Candy are the underdogs.
She's a great villain, but she's just like, she needs to like chill.
She needs to chill a little bit, but
she's like the opposite of Wes.
He needs to.
She's like super impulsive and like just like doesn't care, and like just does whatever she wants. And Wes is like very calculated, and like both of them are like polar opposites of like super villains.
They really are, but
Safari can
go.
Like, he can. You know who needs to go home is Victoria.
Victoria needs to go home.
She needs to go home next week.
That's agreeable. Okay, chat. Final segment.
Okay, chat.
Are we ready for this?
Final segment.
So,
in honor of Thanksgiving, which is approaching, it's only fair that we do a Thanksgiving food bracket.
Well, because we won't be here for.
We won't have an episode. We won't have an episode for Thanksgiving.
No.
Chat.
So this is our last episode before Thanksgiving. Well, this is our last topical episode before Thanksgiving because we filmed something very special.
Very special episode coming out Thanksgiving. Although, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what, Matt? We might be able to get another episode in.
You think so?
Because Thanksgiving is late. It's the 28th.
Oh boy.
Maybe, but we should do this now just in case. Because I don't want to make any promises because it depends on when this comes out and like schedules and stuff.
Well,
if we do another episode, it probably won't even air until after Thanksgiving.
Well,
so
let's just say this: the Thanksgiving special that we have already filmed will be coming out on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the day before. Some call that day Friendsgiving.
Ooh. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
You
know, you know.
NBA. Okay,
right.
so let's move on.
So let's get into this.
It's time to start the Thanksgiving bracket. Are we ready, chat?
Restarted.
So this looks like
Okay.
stuffing versus a normal dinner roll. This is actually
Classic
a very
dinner roll.
This is
Now,
a bread.
that looks like a King's Hawaiian.
That does look like a King's Hawaiian, but we're not judging the
And
picture.
is that stuffing?
We're not judging the picture. We are judging the dish, and I think it is stuffing.
Listen, stuffing is very good.
But I feel like the rolls are always like that's like the.
But like, come on, bro. Like, stuffing is like a top tier Thanksgiving. Like, I look forward to stuffing. You can have rolls whenever, but
Okay.
like, I look forward to the stuffing.
I agree.
I gotta go with stuffing.
Which we're not having at our Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll have. Maybe someone will make it. I'll ask somebody.
Maybe you might.
Why
don't you make it?
I'll just do it. Why not?
Throw some in a box. Get
Rice-
it all nice and.
They sell 48 ounces of stuffing at BJ's.
Whew. That's a lot.
Maybe I'll buy that and then use some of it and then donate to the Mayflower
sure.
Marathon. Rock 102 Mayflower
So
Marathon.
rice pilaf and scalloped potatoes.
It's definitely scalloped potatoes.
They look so like, dude. I just thinking about that. It sounds so good right now. And rice pilaf, like, come on, like,
I've had
Thanksgiving. Who has rice pilaf on Thanksgiving?
The only good rice pilaf I've ever had was at our elementary and middle school.
I'd be having some good rice pilaf out of boxes. Low key box rice pilaf
It's
goes hard.
probably
But yeah,
the same
it's
one
the
we
potatoes.
have there. Okay, we have a Thanksgiving biscuit versus an oven roasted whole duck. I don't eat.
I've never had duck before,
and I've had biscuits. So
I'm gonna have to go with the biscuits over the duck.
Okay, we are on the second round. The au gratin potatoes versus the biscuits. I think that's
and
pretty.
just like the way this order is gonna go is gonna be a little weird because this website does it kind of weirdly. But so just bear with us. It's got to be the potatoes.
It's got to be potatoes. Those potatoes.
Cheesy goodness in every bite, and I think the stuffing.
The potatoes again. How did that happen?
I think the stuffing here.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. Now we have Jello salad versus corn.
Not just Jello salad. It's lime Jello salad with cottage cheese and pineapple.
Is this talking? Does it have to be lime Jello salad with cottage cheese and pineapple, or is
does.
this Jello salad in general?
It has to be lime Jello salad with cottage cheese and pineapple.
That sounds good though.
No, it's corn. It's corn.
Okay.
It's corn.
All right. Corn's good.
Oh, this is a very.
This is a diabolical lineup.
No, this is a very easy answer for me.
Are you gonna take the casserole?
The underdog of Thanksgiving is the green bean casserole. It is
all right. Anything
shit
to beat
about
the glazed carrots.
It is talk shit about. It's forgotten. It is the middle child of Thanksgiving.
You know why they call it the middle child of Thanksgiving?
Why?
Because it's mid.
No, that's not true. You know what the middle of an Oreo is? The cream, the best part. You know what the middle of a sandwich is? The filling, the best part. You go to Subway, you know what a sandwich is. What do you get in your sandwich? What do you get in your sandwich at Subway?
Do you want to know what I get?
Yo, Subway order.
I always get Italian urban cheese bread, and I always get pepper jack cheese.
Okay.
Now, sometimes I'll switch it up. I do like the different things. Sometimes I'll do teriyaki chicken. Sometimes I'll do steak and like garlic. I'll do like different whatever subs, but I always get the same veggies.
I just get vegetables.
Spinach, onion, black olives, jalapenos. Throw that shit up.
What about,
so good.
You don't banana pepper? You gotta add that banana pepper.
No, because I do the jalapenos.
You do the
instead.
jalapenos. Got you.
Well, it's too much to have the two pickled peppers.
Pickled peppers.
Peter Piper would not approve.
He didn't. He's dead. Okay, green bean
He's
casserole.
Dead. All right, so green bean casserole. Just take the mid casserole.
That might be. We might have some beef. So collard greens.
Collard
mashed
greens.
Potatoes again. Can I just suggest maybe we click?
No. Mashed potatoes wasn't this time.
Oh, okay, I understand.
That was before the restart. So mashed potatoes, right?
Mashed
not
potatoes.
collard greens.
Yeah.
Come on. Be real.
Let's
be real here.
Oh, cheesy broccoli casserole versus roasted.
Oh, hold on though. Roasted asparagus slaps.
No, it's fully the asparagus.
It's so good. Yeah. Okay. I don't want no cheesy broccoli casserole.
No, those should be
Get
separate.
that out of here.
Sweet potato
best ever cranberry sauce
versus cranberry sauce. I don't know.
No. Best ever cranberry sauce. Best ever cranberry. It's got to be the cranberries.
I don't know if I've ever had sweet potato casserole.
Okay.
I don't know if
It's got to be cranberry sauce.
You know, but we are the Sweet Potato Podcast.
We bring the boom.
5 big.
Oh.
Well, we haven't even talked about them. Oh, Jesus Christ. We'll talk about them.
This is going to be 5 big booms.
When we did that on the...
Wait, what did we go with? The cranberry sauce,
cranberry
right?
sauce. When we did that on the thing we filmed, I wanted to do all 5 big booms, but I wanted to do it... I wanted to run that into the ground and do it for every sauce, every person.
There's no way we would have done that. That would have taken so long. All right, so we have mac and cheese.
Wait, this is
and
hard.
Brussels sprout.
This is hard, actually.
No, it's not.
I do like both.
No, I know. Like, Brussels sprouts are
cheese.
good. Don't count them out,
Okay,
but come on,
here's
mac
the
and
thing,
cheese.
Though. We don't have mac and cheese at our Thanksgiving.
Dude, look at that. It's a nice baked 4
It is.
cheese with breadcrumbs.
It is. Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is a Christmas staple for us, but I'll go mac and cheese.
Eat that shit up.
Okay, this looks like some cornbread versus a
Cornbread?
sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie?
I mean,
I've never even heard of.
You've never heard of that, actually?
No.
Really?
Oh, no.
Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. Patty LaBelle has one sweet potato pie.
Okay, hold on. For the sake of the podcast, we might have to go with the sweet potato pie.
I feel like
is it good?
Someone should make a sweet potato pie for.
It looks like it probably just tastes like pumpkin pie, right?
Can I order? Maybe do they sell those at? Check when you go to work. See if they have sweet potato pie.
I don't think they do.
Okay. Well, did you check?
No, you're right. I should check.
Let's.
I feel like cornbread though, but like
do you have cornbread?
I don't know.
At
But it's
Thanksgiving?
sweet potato. It's our pie.
I haven't had it, so we have to go cornbread.
Yeah. What? When else do you have cornbread?
I feel like chili and cornbread is the thing. It's more like cookout kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, but like holiday. Like when else would you have cornbread?
Sure, I don't know. We don't, so that's why I'm bringing it up. Ooh, it's pecan pie.
We got the charcuterie board.
No, it's not a charcuterie board. It's not a charcuterie board. It's 2 things of olives.
You're right.
And 2
It's
things
olives. I actually think that might be peppers, pickled pepper.
No,
are those pickles?
Those are pickles, but they're from like the jar, like the.
Oh, we got the little jarred Vlasics, and we got the sliced.
and
the olives, and I'll eat those. Like the pecan,
I love
pecan.
I love
pecan.
Pecan pie is delicious.
Is it pecan or pecan?
Is it pecan or pecan? Okay,
all right, we'll go with the pie.
Okay, corn versus green bean casserole.
It's corn.
I had green bean casserole yesterday, so maybe that's
you can
why
have. I'll let you have the green bean casserole.
Thank you. I haven't seen a turkey yet, which is concerning.
It's got to be the asparagus.
It has to be the asparagus.
Mashed potatoes is low key booty.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pecan pie. Pecan pie.
Cornbread though, with some nice butter. That shit slaps. Yeah, the pie's fine. We gotta have a dessert, right?
We have to have a dessert. Green bean casserole versus roasted asparagus.
I'm taking asparagus. Actually,
this is gonna be an argument.
You know what? I have asparagus like twice a week, roasted asparagus. But I don't have green bean casserole ever. Not even on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, you're going to this year.
But sometimes I do. I've had it before.
You're going to this year on Friendsgiving.
Oh my god, who's bringing green bean casserole?
My aunt's making it for us.
Oh, all right. I'll go with the casserole. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
you know
brother.
what? I'm okay with that.
Mac and
Hell
cheese.
yeah,
versus
brother.
pecan
Mac
pie,
and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
It's mac and cheese, dude. Come on. And then mac and cheese bodies green bean casserole. Like,
I disagree. I have to fight for my place.
You are not taking a deep dish, 4 cheese, breadcrumb mac and cheese, perfect crisp on the top, perfect creaminess on the inside, the immaculate taste versus what is essentially like green beans with poop on it.
Okay, well,
it's green beans with glorified poop on it.
It's not poop. They're called onions. They're called onions.
It's ridiculous. This is not going up to chance.
This is going up to chance because this is some BS.
God, this is bullshit. You're not, look me in the eyes and tell me you'd rather have green bean casserole than mac and cheese.
On Thanksgiving, I'd rather have green bean casserole than mac and cheese. In fact, I had mac and cheese and green bean casserole.
You're laughing.
Yesterday,
You don't believe it. You're laughing and you don't believe it.
Because this is the thing. Yesterday, both were options, and I had green bean casserole. We had a family pre-Thanksgiving hangout because people were in from out of town. Both were options. Do you hear me?
And you chose green bean casserole.
Yeah.
You're sick. You didn't have both. You had just green bean casserole.
This is the situation. You have mac and cheese more than once a year. How many times do you have green bean casserole?
But it's not this kind. How often do you have this kind of mac and cheese? This is a couple times a year.
I have it a month later at Christmas. You know what I don't have at Christmas? Green bean casserole. It is a Thanksgiving.
Then just make green bean casserole at Christmas, and then it won't be as special, and then mac and cheese can be better.
It's sacrilegious. You just implied that it's special, though. Did you not? You just implied that it's special.
It's special, but that doesn't mean it's good.
Thank you. It's special. I didn't even need to bring the chance. You said it's special. That implies that it beats mac and cheese. Oh.
What happened to the rest of the?
I think this is it.
Wait, hold on.
This
Did we
is
not?
It.
So it's stuffing and okay, it's stuffing.
Stuffing? No, it's not. It's literally not stuffing.
Stuffing.
You prefer bread.
You
want
to talk special?
Casserole?
Yes,
wet
because
bread.
it's more. It's not just
wet.
stuffing. Is not just bread.
It's wet.
Every time I've had stuffing, it's oyster. Have you ever had oyster stuffing, dude?
No,
it's delicious.
No human has.
Pork stuffing. Chicken stuffing. It's not just bread. It's bread and meat and veggies, and it's all minced together in this perfect delicacy. And green bean casserole is green beans and cheese and onions, and it is.
There's no cheese, sir.
Whatever, dude.
It is
whatever.
Cream of mushroom soup.
It's poop, bro. It's
not
literally poop.
It is cream of mushroom soup, green beans, and onions.
Cream of mushroom, bro. You know what else has mushrooms in it? Stuffing.
Not all the time. Not in this picture.
That's the beauty of it. What does green bean casserole have in it? You just told me.
Green beans.
Without a doubt. Exactly. And what does stuffing have?
Listen, if you were an immigrant and you were like,
you can make anything you want out of the stuffing. It can be oyster. It can be pork. It can be chicken.
Exactly.
You can put little mushrooms in there. You can put little onions in there.
Using that same point, you can do anything with stuffing any time of the year. Any dinner.
That's the thing, though. It can't be.
You
can't do it. It's. You know what stuffing is? It is a crazy that there's no turkey on this list, by the way.
No, we had duck.
Anyway. Yeah, duck is like a Christmas thing. But anyway. Stuffing is like a make-your-own Thanksgiving delicacy. It is in the Thanksgiving dinner. Everything is very rigid. You have your turkey. You have your green bean casserole. You have your cornbread. Everything is rigid.
President Richard Martinez. You have your green. Joe Biden. I don't even
It is
know.
like Thanksgiving dinner is like Nazi Germany. Everything is rigid. It is no democracy. There's no say. But there is a beacon of hope. There is a shining light. There is a shining resistance that exists.
You're saying the first Thanksgiving when they hit when they went on the Mayflower, that's Pearl Harbor?
Essentially. That's my 9/11. And the stuffing is the shining beacon of democracy. It's the shining light of resistance.
No.
Because that is the one thing that it stays constant, stuffing. But what is stuffing? And every household gets to decide what stuffing means to them.
Here's the thing,
Are you vegan? You could still have stuffing. Do you love meat? You could have meat lovers stuffing. Do you like fish? You can have pescatarian stuffing. You can do whatever you want with stuffing. It is like a white blank canvas waiting to be filled.
Why it gotta be white? Why it gotta be white?
It is a blank
Racist. Stuffing
canvas
is racist.
waiting to be
Stuffing
filled.
is
Stuffing is
racist.
not racist. You know what is racist?
There's not
Is
much
green
colors.
bean casserole.
Well, let's look at the colors. In the stuffing, you see a lot of like the same beiges. Well, in this green bean casserole, there's some pops of color. There are some different mixed minglings. Okay, do you know what this?
But that's the beauty of stuffing. Stuffing is anything. You can have your black and your white and your brown and your yellow in the stuffing. You can have that. It's just like America.
Okay, Elizabeth Warren, calm down.
My
Well,
culture, my native, because I'm Native American. I'm Native American.
You are. Yeah, no.
I have Native American blood.
This is
just
true.
like Senator Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah. In her household,
And
they don't call it corn; they call it maize.
And you can have maize stuffing. And when I think back to the horrors that my people endured in the not the what do you call the massacring of the Native Americans?
It's called the first Thanksgiving.
The first Thanksgiving, right? There's one thing that keeps me bound to my roots, and that is stuffing.
That is murdering natives.
Stuffing.
Okay, though this is what we'll do. We'll put this episode out, and then we'll put a poll up on the YouTube page.
We'll put a poll up.
And the Instagram, and we'll ask the fans what they think.
We will, and guess what they're gonna say? The people will say stuffing.
I don't know who the people you think are who are watching this.
The real Native Americans who endured the blankets of smallpox.
People that like
my ancestors.
Right. People that like wet bread versus delicious green.
Okay, you can't say it's wet bread when you're just like crispy. Okay, all this is like crispy onions and green beans, but they're wet.
No, the crispy onions are dry, actually. It adds the combo. They're put on top, brother.
They get wet, brother.
They don't.
They get wet.
How?
You've never seen onions get wet like this before, brother.
Well, we'll put it out to the fans.
Oh yeah, and we'll let the real sweet haters decide who's the winner here.
Do you have any parting words? For this fantastic episode
happy
of the podcast.
Happy Veterans Day, chat, and happy Thanksgiving, chat.
I don't even know who I am. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Hey,
Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a real bad crew. And they used to walk down the streets with the chains in their hand, and they'd dip the razor in the water, and they'd hit it on the curb and make it all rusty.
By the way, I'm from Scranton.
And I was a lifeguard.
I'm from Scranton.
I'm from Scranton.
You don't even know.
You don't even know Dunder Mifflin. Hey, Dunder Mifflin.
Hey, I heard they bring the boom.
Hey, Big Justice.
Hey, a double chunk chocolate cookie.
And a chicken bake. Hey, go to Costco and the chicken bake.
Can we quickly talk
about... do the Riz face. Do the Riz face. Hey.
What's he do? Who do you think's gonna explode first, the Rizzler or Trump?
Explode?
Just like, cause like one of them, the heart's gonna get ripped. They're gonna both have some issues in the next few years.
Right. I would be more. No, yeah, the Rizzler is concerning. I think personally, this is just my opinion. I think the Rizzler is going to have some kind of. He's gonna end up as a fitness influencer.
He's like Nick Cicado.
Like Josh Peck.
I like Nick Cicado.
No, not like that.
He's our Nick Cicado. Wait.
The Rizzler is this generation's Nick Cicado.
Nick Cicado left and the Rizzler came in.
The Rizzler is Gen Alpha's Nick Cicado.
We're bringing the boom. We gotta bring the boom. We gotta keep bringing the boom. Have you heard like the actual lyrics of that song? Like as other than like the "We bring the boom."
I listened to it once,
bringing
and then I put it in my worst songs ever playlist.
Still bringing it. Hey, Uncle Antonio, what's with the provolone? Have you seen that video? Hold on, before we leave, I'm gonna pull this video up. Hey, Uncle Antonio, what's with the provolone? What are they called? The Costco guys.
Costco guys.
What's with all the provolone? Hey, Uncle, hey, Cousin Antonio, what's that smell? It's a bunch of provolone. Have you seen this video?
I don't think so.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what the is that smell?
It's a piece
Who
of
is
provolone.
Sally Slices?
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell? It smells like ass.
Who's Reed?
Provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone. Cousin Angelo, what's that smell? It's a piece of provolone.
Oh, Cousin Angelo, that stinks. What is that?
Provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Yo, Cousin Angelo, what's that smell, buddy? What's that smelly smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Whoa, Angelo. Whew. What's that smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Hey, Cousin Angelo, what's that smell? It wasn't me, I sprayed.
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Yo, Cousin Angelo, what's that smell, bro?
It's a piece of provolone. What is it with everyone in this piece of provolone?
Wow.
Still bringing it.
Still bring the boom. I feel there's a certain energy that AJ, that's the dad, right? AJ.
The dad, well, you know the dad. He's always tried to be an influencer, and then he popped off once when the kids got like famous.
He gives bad.
You know,
he gives bad energy.
Someone online said that he had a podcast that was all about like locker room talk.
Yeah, yeah. He also tried his hand at like professional wrestling, I think.
He's on AEW.
I just don't.
He's going to be.
I just don't. I don't know. I get bad vibes from him.
What's with the provolone? Well, them
Double chocolate cookie.
Well, them on the podcast. The Costco guys were on the Tonight Show, and it was just like so like.
I saw, and the Rizzler was there, and he was like.
Well, there's the thing. The Rizzler like was the star of the show, but they're calling.
I don't understand how did the Rizzler get like adopted by them.
So. First, they give bad vibes, and the Rizzler's like the only innocent one. Like he's innocent.
I don't know where. Like, give him back to why are his parents letting him get taken?
I don't like. What's his name?
Big Justice.
I'm not a fan of Big Justice, and I do not. AJ gives bad vibes. There's something.
She gives bad vibes. Okay. So, I have a question. So, the Rizzler started off as a separate entity from them.
Yes.
He got famous from being Baby Gronk's competition.
Yeah, but AJ AJ saw the Rizzler and reached out to his parents, and then they started making videos.
And then they, like, took him. They took him away from his family. I don't understand how this is allowed.
Well, the dad and AJ...
He was sold into servitude to AJ.
A double chocolate cookie. He needs to give it up. It's too much. He's an adult.
He's got to give it up. And the chicken bake. Chicken bake doesn't hit like it used to.
Hey, where's the chicken bake? You know how bad those are.
And like they're like really the Rizzler is just the second coming of Baby Gronk.
Yeah.
And they have beef. You know they have beef.
They do have beef, yes.
Because the Rizzler stole Livy Dunn from Baby Gronk.
So if there were a presidential election and it was incumbent president Richard Martinez from Cory into House versus the Rizzler, who do you think America would vote for? Obviously,
I think the
Rizzler would be a Republican.
Right, and he would win.
Anyways, this has been another episode of the Sweet Potato Podcast.
This is a big one, chat.
This is a big one.
This is a big one. This is like
might be our longest.
I don't know when the Kathy Mitchell episode exists.
I love the people, greatest people, big people.
You know, if I had a nickel for every time I saw one of them jacks walking down the street, I'd have 2 nickels, which is a lot, not a lot, but then I saw him again the other day, and then I'd have 3.
And by the way,
Corn Pop was a real bad dude, and he ran a bad crew. And by the way,
and by the way,
you don't look a day over. You look like you're 16.
This has been another episode of the Sweet Potato Podcast. We will be back around Thanksgiving for a Thanksgiving special. If we drop an episode between then, you're welcome. We'll see.
Part of the turkeys.
Hey, they part of the turkeys, and I
got part of the turkey.
I like the kids jump. Oh, speaking of Joe Biden and parting a turkey, we'll leave the viewers with this.
Sweet taters. Sweet taters. Sweet taters.
Man, it's gotta eat.
You're welcome.